And now I'm starting exercise 10 on page 369. Again, this is still unit 9, but we're doing all of these exercises in it. And exercise 10 is to add a table to the Luncheons page. So I've pulled up the Luncheons page, HTML, Luncheons HTML page, I should say, in the browser. I have opened the Luncheons HTML in the text editor as well. And as it says in the book, you'll notice that the page is all there with the exception of the schedule down below, the table at the bottom. So we need to put that in. I went ahead and entered the basis, I guess, of a table. And that is that, at least in our case, and you don't always have to have these, but in our case, we have a table head, we have a body, and we have a footer, a table footer. So the T head, the T body, and the T foot are useful for organizing, and it doesn't matter what order. If you read the textbook, you'll read that it doesn't matter what order you put those in. If you put the T head at the bottom, I don't know why you would, but if you do, it will still put it at the top because it recognizes it as a head. On the other hand, I think that's just poor practice. So let's not do that. But this is an example of where a table is actually useful. We're not going to use a table, and you may have seen in the past that whole web pages can be designed on a table, but we don't want to do that, and it's just poor practice in general to set up a whole page as a table. But it does make sense to add tables sometimes, especially in this case where you need to have table data. You need to have columnar and row data to show what you might want to present. So like I said, I have the outline of the table head. I have no content in here yet, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm sorry. So I have the table head, and table body and table foot. Each of the head, body, and foot all at this point have one row. So the table head is only one row, as you can see if you look on page 369. It's only one row that's going to hold the year, date, speaker, and cost. The table footer is going to hold the savings, and then I think we'll have the rest of it all in the body. I guess we could technically do something different with that, but we're probably just going to do that for now. So that means in my head, I have one table row, and each of these has TH. Now, the TH element represents a header cell. So that's not the same thing as a head of the table. That's the T head is the table head. The TH element is a header that is one of the cells of the table. So for example, where you see year there, that's going to be the head of that column, and so on and so forth. So I'll go ahead, you know what, I'm going to take that back out, and I'm going to copy this because it looks like, and typically I'll do a lot of copying and pasting when I'm making a table, which, by the way, you might not have in many websites, but occasionally you do, and when you do, it's useful. Okay, so then I'll just type in year, date, speaker, and cost. And that's all I needed in my T head. Now in my T body, I'm going to have multiple rows. It looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, I think I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this. I'm copying this and pasting it. Oh, that's not nice. Let's do this again. Did I say I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should have done this while I was going along and copying, but I didn't. I'm just fixing my indentations now. That's all. And now I want to start adding some content into my table data or into these rows. So the first one is the first row has 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of data. The TD is just table data. That's just what's entered into the cell. And the first one has 2015 in it. And I can leave it just as that for now. And we'll go back and format in a little bit. October 19th. And Jeffrey Tubin. And $25. Now I'm gonna stop here and go ahead and finish my table and come back with another video. There is no sense in you watching me type. And then we'll talk about how to format this.